as an alum to give to a program that means something to you. I found the thing that meant something to me. There's many, many different parts of FSU that need funding that could really use your dollars, and you'll see that firsthand experience and be really proud of your university when they put that money to work. One of the cool things about my career is I've been working with Florida State the whole time. So I obviously graduated in '87. Within a year or so, they were asking me to just be part of the recruiting team at FSU because I was a recent grad. And I loved it and became friends with the people that ran recruiting for FSU for the state of Florida at Arthur Anderson. And then quickly, for the division I was in, my job was now to go to campus and talk about the division, because I worked in a specialty consulting group, and not everybody at Florida State understood what our little niche was. And then over the next 10 years at Anderson, and also into my career at Tribridge, I recruited thousands of kids from FSU onto the businesses I was a part of, and built a really strong relationship with the recruiting and career placement offices at FSU, because we were getting excellent students that were changing the course of the firms I was in, and I was getting acknowledgement that I was recruiting these great students, and in part because of the people I knew at FSU. So my gratitude for the university is at a 11 on a scale of 1 to 10, but I don't think I'm alone. Like I've gone back and I've done a lot. Like I speak on campus a lot. I go to the Student of the Year Awards event every year, and I see a lot of kids just like me, and I see a lot of teachers and administrators and people that just work at the university really taking a holistic approach to the kids. And to me, that's beautiful. The fact that the university celebrates that there's kids that have to work and they're different, and give them a scholarship above and beyond what they're doing. The fact that we have this great care program, it just fits the way I think about how humans are supposed to interact, because it's all about helping each other. The university, I don't know if they hire based on that. I have no idea how that happened. But it's clear to me that it's just the culture of Florida State to be very inclusive of the family environment, whatever you define that to be. And they'll bring you into that FSU family. And I have felt that the whole time. I mean, just every step of the way. So I love FSU. It really changed my life, the path of my life, the path of where my family comes from and to where we took it. And I think that happened only because I went to Florida State. Giving money back to the university, people give money for different reasons. And for me, I was really connected with the heart of FSU. Like I feel like the people there at Florida State, really from the beginning, from the day I got there to today, have really just, I felt like I've been part of the family of FSU. They're gonna help me with anything. And so I felt this connection the whole time. I felt like it helped me when I was in college, and it helped me post-college. So when I saw what Dr. Brown was doing with the care program, I was just like, this is perfect. This is what happened to me informally has now become formal. The idea that we are recognizing that first-gen students like myself, it's a different experience. We don't have anybody in our lives that have been to college to tell us some of the stories. We probably, oftentimes, first-gen students have never been on an airplane before. They've never lived in a city outside of where they grew up, which is pretty common for first-gen students. And so recognizing that at a level that Florida State does is really amazing to me. And frankly, the success rate, when you look at the graduation rate of care students at FSU, it's 87%, which is much higher than any university graduation rate. And so FSU really is I think it's widely recognized as a leader in this field of first-gen students. And so I was looking at that and saying I could have a bigger impact. I can understand it and why this is important. And I felt like it was just a phenomenal use of the money and the gratitude I had to give back to Florida State in this way. The big reason I think an alum should give back to Florida State is the return that you get. And the experience I did it for care, and I can see exactly where the money goes, the programs it goes to, and how it impacts the students going forward, and how it's really changing their lives. And so when I think about giving to a university, I want to firsthand see the money in process and how that works and how it impacts the students. And I think there's a number of programs at Florida State that have that kind of impact, and I really encourage you as an alum to give to a program that means something to you. I found the thing that meant something to me. There's many, many different parts of FSU that need funding that could really use your dollars, and you'll see that firsthand experience and be really proud of your university when they put that money to work.